Hello everyone, and welcome to MJ Central. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Sheryl Crow with new allegations against Michael Jackson's late manager. So without further ado, here we go. Just before we get started, I apologize if this glare is going to make it kind of hard to see. I'm trying my best, but it's kind of tough. But let's get on with the video. Alright everybody, now if you don't really know what's going on, Sheryl Crow has recently been coming out with some allegations against Michael Jackson's manager during the Bad World Tour. So here's an article talking about that. Alright everybody, so here we have an article that says Sheryl Crow says Michael Jackson's late manager Frank DiLeo sexually harassed her and threatened her career. Alright, so here we go, let's read this. It says Sheryl Crow has opened up about how she was sexually harassed by Michael Jackson's manager Frank DiLeo when she was a backing singer for the music icon. In a new interview with The Independent, Crow also explained the crash course in the music industry she received before making it big as a solo artist. It's really interesting to go back and revisit some of this old stuff and the experiences that went along with it, and then to compare it with where we are now, Crow said. To be able to play that stuff about the long bout of sexual harassment I endured during the Michael Jackson tour and to talk about it in the midst of the Me Too movement. It feels like we've come a long way, but it doesn't feel like we're quite there yet. It says Crow alleges that DiLeo repeatedly made sexual advances to her and vowed to sabotage her career if she didn't comply with their request. There we got Sheryl Crow right there. She previously claimed in a 2020 autobiography, Words and Music, that DiLeo had planned tabloid stories about her to make Mike look like he was interested in women, by alleging that Jackson had fallen in love with her and offered her millions to have a child. I don't know how to say that word, I apologize. It's such a beautiful thing. Crow said, it was incredible in every way, shape, and form for a young person from a really small town to see the world and to work with arguably the greatest pop star, but I also got a crash course in the music industry. Crow told The Independent that the memoir was the first time I've ever talked about it, and it felt really uncomfortable, but it felt to me so much more empowering to be able to talk about it and then play the music that was inspired by it. Isn't that what music is really for? To help us work through whatever our experiences are, and hopefully for the collective to find their own situations in your music too? DiLeo died in August 2011 following heart surgery at the age of 63, and managed Jackson in both the late 1980s and in 2009 prior to his death. Crow also previously claimed that she had seen some really strange things during her times as Michael Jackson's backing singer. So that was an article about Sheryl Crow talking about how Frank DiLeo sexually harassed her. So, yeah. Now, everybody, there is another article that I'd love to show you, which I will. So, here's that. Now, everybody, here we have a rebuttal article. So, it says, Belinda DiLeo asked Sheryl Crow to stop lying. For the last decade, Sheryl Crow, who was once a backup singer for Michael Jackson during the Bad World Tour, has been making up stories about Michael Jackson to make her relevant and remind the world she is still here. But who really cares? This last few days, she is at it again. This time, she goes after the late Frank DiLeo, who was Michael Jackson's manager during the period 84 to 89. She claimed that DiLeo has been sexually harassing her during the tour. For years, Michael Jackson fans have been denouncing her shady attitude to get her name in the news headlines with no evidence, and sometimes even proving she was actually lying. And this time, she is finding her match. Belinda DiLeo, I apologize if I said her name wrong, Frank's daughter, is fighting back in the name of her late father. She's asking Sheryl Crow to explain why she has to drag her father in the mud when Belinda was actually around and knows the truth. So here's just a little tweet, I guess her trying to remind people to get to the thing. And then Belinda DiLeo says, I think me and you need to have a conversation because I remember being on tour with you and how much I looked up to you and remember everything else after. And I'd like to know why you need to drag my father's name through the mud when he isn't around to defend himself. Crow is jumping on the Me Too movement to promote live stream show. Every time Crow has something to promote or to sell, she gets her name in the news outlets to make sure the general public sees it. Girl, it's time you get called on your bad behavior, and we hope Belinda gets to talk to her and set the record straight. Wow. Alright, so, so here we have these allegations coming from Sheryl Crow. Then here we have supporters of Michael Jackson and just people saying that whenever she's trying to promote or sell something, she really tries to get herself really out there. I gotta be 100% honest with you. Okay? I follow Michael Jackson very, very closely. Not gonna lie, the first thing I do when I wake up, if I even get out of bed, I go on Google, type in Michael Jackson, go on the news, and see if anything's new. And that's obviously how I found out on this whole Sheryl Crow thing. But in the article I said, it says like she's used Michael before. Now I'm not defending her by any means, but I've never like actually read anything about that, so I don't know about that. I remember talking about his sexuality, I think, a little bit ago. So you know what, here we have these allegations, and I know we live in a world where, you know, it's really tough to like go against allegations and all. But here's the thing. Sheryl Crow and Belinda, if I said right, I'm sorry. Belinda, they need to have a conversation. I feel like Belinda really should talk to her, and they should really get in touch. Because if it is false, it's not fair to put people's name through things like this. You know, especially for a man who can't defend himself. And and in the article I just read, it talks about the Me Too movement, right? The Me Too movement has not been kind in Michael Jackson related, because you had Leaving Neverland come out from it, and now you have this. I think if Sheryl Crow is lying, there's other ways to promote. I'm sure you have followers on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Tweet about it. People will go and listen. Bad publicity is like not good, right? So that's called bad publicity. So there's no need to make up these lies. And with Belinda, she's so like, no, this is what's really going on. I know nothing's happened. Then like, there's no need to, you know, do this. I apologize very much if I'm offending anybody by saying that I'm not buying these allegations. But if she has had a history of this, then of lying to get her name out there, there's many other ways you can do it. Michael Jackson never lied, and his name was out there for good things as well. I'm not talking about bad things. For good things. So there's no need to lie and make up lies that it's just going to come back and bite you in the thing. You know what I mean? So no need to do that. I feel like her and Belinda should really talk this out. She won't apologize, but I feel like something should be done. You can't throw allegations at people who can't defend themselves. I'm sorry, that's really, really low. Like, talk about kicking someone when they're down, but when they're dead and they can't, you know, and this is going to Wade Robson and James Safetuck as well, really. But let me know what you guys think about this. This is very interesting. And when I read new sexual assault allegations, I got scared because I thought it was going to be towards Michael Jackson. It shouldn't be towards anybody, especially for false allegations. It's not nice. Not nice at all. But let me know what you guys think. Everybody, I just want to make it clear one more time that I do apologize if I have offended anybody. I know talking about abuse allegations in any way is a very difficult subject to deal with. And I'm not trying to make anybody upset if they have dealt with something like that. My heart does go out to you. 1,000%. That wasn't the goal of this video. I'm just trying to say that this is the allegations, but there's a lot of things that are not backing her up and making her reliable. That's all I'm saying. And I do apologize if anybody has been offended. That is not the goal. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think about these new allegations? Do you believe them or not? If you'd like to see more of me, you can check me out on my main channel, Jamal TV. Everybody, that is it, and I'll see y'all in the next video.